that makes Emory a little bit different than us is it's a very small team. We do small batches of gloves at a time, so we don't have like a huge overhead. Every single thing is run through one person. All the quality control is going through me or it's one of the other guys, so we're not super huge, really maneuverable with things. We're a little bit more flexible with our design patterns. The other thing that makes us different is our background is like the founder of the company was a baseball player. The owner of the company is a baseball player. So it's all nothing but a bunch of baseball guys. We're not a bunch of guys who just are trying to make money. It's guys who know baseball, who play baseball. And we also do a system called the True Fit system where I'm making the glove myself and I custom fit the glove to the player's hand myself. So, which is super unique. Not a lot of people are doing that. And so like this is one of the gloves right here. So not a lot of people have that. And so that's just a couple of things that make us different.
Hey, so I'm Clint Stottlemyre. We owner of Relentless Sports. Me and Oliver Odo, my other partner over there. We're a new company, up and coming. We do crazy, unique designs on all these gloves. You're not going to see these designs anywhere else. We just try to stand out, make it real. You got all of our match gear. I mean, literally everything matches our gloves, all of our stuff. You even got the bat up top, matches that logo. So yeah, this here is going to be like a chameleon in the different lighting. You're going to see that chameleon look come about. And then we have our Aztec logos on there too, and all of our stuff. It's Japanese kip, great leather. Same thing here. All this stuff that you're going to see all these crazy designs on are going to be our Japanese kip. We got several different designs that we can do, and all these run about $250. So .co. .co. Yep.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
You bet, man.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? What's going on? Welcome to the booth. I appreciate it.
All right,
Unicorns.
every year. So what are we doing this year? What do we got?
So we got the same Fuegos, basically the regulation weight 5 1/4 ounce. We got the overload 8 ounce Fuegos. One of the things we're going to start rolling out in about a month is.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not fucking leaving. I'm here all day. Good, we can stay. So we're starting to mark balls for you guys. And we actually created a rig. This is a 2-seam orientation, but we created a rig that we're going to probably start selling February or March of this year that allows you to go in and mark with a 2-seam orientation or a 4-seam orientation, dead center on the equator every time, any ball that you want. Big league ball, batting practice ball, training ball. As long as you got the stitch on there, our rig will be able to mark the ball for you. And then the other thing that came out, which is really cool, we have a Spanish edition and an English edition, a children's picture book, great for bedtime. There's a fart joke in there that I had to argue to make sure stayed, but basically it goes through the fundamentals of baseball because the alien searching the galaxy for the greatest sport sees our guy Big Uni throwing a baseball, becomes captivated, and is like, tell me more about this sport. So definitely go pick it up. It's a great 14-minute bedtime story read, something fun and funky for those pre-elementary, pre-K kids. Oh, and also, lastly, we got the golf balls. We got the Clean Fuego Birdies. And we initially put these out, we thought they'd be great for putting. We've gotten a lot of feedback, and guys say these are absolutely fantastic for chipping because it helps them understand the scoop as well as the visual. You can do this in the clubhouse, you can do this in your corporate office, you can do this at home at the basement. Again, just always be practicing, always be training. Spin efficiency, spins for wins. www.cleanfuego.com.
We're going to open up this little presentation for anybody that's here. My guy David Guinness is from Motor Preference Experts, all right? And so the presentation he's going to talk about today, it has to do with how to find your most balanced and optimal balance and coordination for any of your players to get them in the most optimal setups. We feel that there is an optimal setup and way for guys to move everybody individually. And before I met this guy, I was similar to most coaches trying to make adjustments based on looks, right? The problem is when we're teaching explosive movements, but I don't have a background in movements. I never took kinesiology in college as a major, so we're trying to teach an explosive movement, but we don't have a background in movements. So this guy what he does is he allows us to identify real easily how guys in their setups can be the most balanced and coordinated. Shout out to Honey Stinger for hosting the event. These guys have the best sports nutritional supplements right here. These guys, all their stuff is made with honey, not sugar. So you guys have a waffle bar, come hang out and listen to David.
Okay, so nice to meet you everybody. Thanks for coming this morning. I'm going to try to explain to you quickly motor preferences. So to make it simple, humankind is walking for about 4 million years. And from generation to next generation, we're guided just by only one rule: to survive at our best. If I'm asking someone to run as fast as he can and hit that wall over there, you're going to look at me and say, no, I don't want to hit myself, I don't want to get hurt. It's because your instinct wants to preserve yourself of being hurt. That's exactly what brings evolution to us. And after those 4 million years of walk, we developed very good skills to survive. And in order to survive, there's only two rules: is fight or run away. That's the rules we have. And that's the rules of living. So each body has developed his own skills in order to be able to fight or run away. And we're using these skills to develop and emphasize your performance. Okay, so that's the first thing. It's very easy. So the first thing I'm going to ask everybody to do is just cross your arms on your chest, which is the easiest thing for everybody to do. Just cross your arm on the chest. Nobody think about how it works. You just did it. Okay, that was simple. That was very easy. No big deal to do it. Now, if I'm asking you to drop your arms down, and I'm going to ask you to do it again, but I want you to switch your arms. And oh my God, that's much harder. Okay, so you just experiment a motor preference. This is a difference between efficacy and efficiency. Efficacy, I can cross my arms the wrong way. I'm still reaching my intention of crossing my arms, but it feels awkward and I need more focus and energy to do it. This is efficacy. I can reach my movement. I'm reaching my goal. Now, if I want to be efficient, I'm doing naturally. The difference between efficiency and efficacy is very simple. I'm using twice less energy and I'm quicker. So most of the coaches right now are more focused on efficacy, imposing a movement to a player thinking that's good for him, when actually that's not efficient. And when you're not efficient, you're putting your body at stress. And when you're putting your body at stress, day after day, you get injured. You get an injury. It explains a lot of injury nowadays. This is exactly what it is. You can also do the test with your fingers. Just cross your fingers like that. It's very easy, no big deal, very simple to do. Now you just switch your fingers and you will feel like, oh my God, I don't like it. So this is exactly what it is. And MP, so when I'm telling MP is motor preferences, but MP has been discovered 45 years ago by a volleyball coach in Europe. This is why there's like almost no resources in English, because it's all in French. And actually, I got a weird accent and my English is not perfect because I'm French native. Sorry about that. So, MPs, very simple. They were practicing with a team, and at one point, the coach asked himself, why, when I'm asking this player to bend her knee, she cannot do it? And instead of forcing her to do it, he just switched his mind and said, oh, maybe that's because she has more skill to work in extension rather than in flexion. So very easy. Nobody thought about that before. So they start to work on that, and comes Volodalin 20 years ago. They have 17 scientists working daily on MP. And the first thing they proved is there's two different ways for a human to walk. And I'm going to show you them. I'm going to over-exaggerate it, but you're going to be like, I'm inviting you to watch every single person in a convention, and you will see that nobody's walking the same way. Okay? So we call aerials the people that are leaning forward and they're gonna walk like that. They are fighting gravity. This is the first type of walkers. Now you got a second type of walkers where are the terrestrial, and the terrestrial are using their hips. So now they're walking like that. And you can really see the difference just by observing people. Now we develop tests to prove and to show the difference of what we call coordination. So the coordination is how your body wants to produce the best movement, has the best balance, and will be the most efficient. So I know you're terrestrial and you're an aerial. Okay, let's come over here. I got my testers. Okay, so the first test I'm gonna show you is how the body can be strong or weak just by changing the position, okay? So it's gonna slightly lean forward. I'm gonna place my hands here and here, and I'm gonna twist him, telling him be solid. And here, there's no way for me to twist him, he's very solid. Now if you're gonna spread out his feet, he's gonna bend his knees, load his heels, and here if I'm asking him to be solid, there's no way for him to be solid. So just by doing this test, I know now he's generating power from his shoulders and not his hips. If you tell this guy to fire his hips, you're gonna kill him.
Roll over to third.
You already did it?
Roll over to third.
Okay. So now I'm gonna do this guy over there. So just come a little bit. Okay, so he's gonna lean forward. So we are gonna take the same position. And here you're gonna see that if I'm twisting him, oh my God, that's a chamallow. Now if you spread out, and you can bend your knees, load his heels, and here, I cannot move him. So this guy is generating power from his hips, when that guy is generating powers from his shoulder. Now we start to explain why so many differences with hitters and pitchers and fielders. It's because nobody is generating the power from the same position. So there's different things that I can show you that will be very tricky. What did I do yesterday? I forgot.
Vertical.
Oh, we can do like, what is your batting stance? So he's going to take this whole batting stance because he did a profile. So that was his whole batting stance. That's a batting stance a lot of coaches like, with the elbow up, okay? So here, if I'm twisting him, that's pretty strong. You're axial or large?
Axial.
Oh, go.
Put it away.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's not strong anymore. Okay, just bring your elbow down now. And here be strong. And here I cannot move him. So every time I cannot move a body into a certain position, that just means the body has the right coordination and is going to be able to perform very well. How can we explain that? That's very simple. It's because the body, again, as we cross your arms, the body wants to manage as less constraints as possible. And when you put someone into his profile, he's relaxed. And when you relax, you're having fun. And when you have fun, you can accelerate quickly and hit harder. I'm working with the Terrapins from the University of Maryland for the last 2 years. We increase all the stats, offensive stats, by minimum 20% in less than a month. We went from one guy in 21 with more than 10 home runs in a season to 8 guys in a season. So it's very simple. You can use the AMP for your teams and it will really change everything, every single thing. What else do you want me to talk about?
Hey guys, real quick, I wanted David over here to just, some of the stuff that he's talking about, it's hard to picture unless you actually feel it. So if somebody could come out here real quick, and I just wanted to show you guys that there's little things about who we are as people that make us more balanced and more coordinated and stronger. For instance, some of us prefer to see vertical lines and others prefer to see horizontal lines. I know it sounds crazy, but looking at a vertical line or looking at a horizontal line,
I don't have any.
Hold down the line or the hitter's eye on top of the wall can actually put you in a different flow state and make you stronger. I know it sounds crazy, but he's going to test and see how much strength.
I'm gonna red and blue.
All right, here's one he'll do with colors. It's a crazy one. We actually prefer to see royal blue or red. There's one. Each human, it's 50-50 down the middle. So he's going to show you.
You go. Just hold it. Hold it. Yeah. Just come over here. That's okay. No, just hold it, just hold it there. I just want you to look at the red. That's very easy, okay? I'm gonna twist you. Just look at the red and you're just gonna love the red.
So he's just looking at the red and focusing on the red right now.
I'm gonna twist you like that. I just want you to be solid as much as you can, okay?
So try to be solid and stable, looking at red, focusing on red. Not too stable.
Can you turn around? Because there's the royal blue over there.
Okay, now he's gonna focus on the royal blue helmet right here.
And here. Yeah!
So actually the color
You felt
that
it?
he was looking at made his brain actually make his body feel like it was more coordinated and more balanced.
You want to do an aerial terrestrial?
So what does this
Aerial
mean?
terrestrial, you want to do it? So
sure.
just for here, just lean forward.
That's a perfect example. He was on the adaptation.
No, it's both heels on the floor. Just lean slightly forward.
Where's he at now? Dodgers, royal blue.
Okay,
Not saying
spread
that
out.
He couldn't. He might have been performing
Bend your knees.
at a profile and I'm not saying
Little more.
he can't perform.
Just load your heels.
Colors, but
Oh,
this saying that one of
you have an
them
issue?
will make you more
No, just make your upper body straight, vertical. There we go. And here, nope, doesn't work. So you're an aerial, and I know you're blue, so it means your breath in.
These are not
So every time you hit or throw it, launch, then go.
What gets us the most balanced and coordinated? Go. Do you want to do, I would do, guys, is anybody a pitcher here? Anybody a pitcher? Is anybody a pitcher? Come over, man.
Oh.
One quick second.
One quick second, okay.
Guys, real quick, and this is important because when we talk about reducing injuries, okay, which is the number one thing, anybody that's been playing at any level athletically, think about why they stopped playing. It's either one or two things. They either got injured or they couldn't compete anymore. They weren't good enough. Very rare. You might have, had a baby or something and had to stop.
I think you're an aerial, just the way you stand. You're terrestrial, I think. You're more on your heels, so you might be a terrestrial. That's what I guess. Terrestrial, using more your hips to firing hips. Makes sense for you?
I mean, most of my power is in my hip, and most of my power is in my thighs, yeah.
Okay.
Pronate their hand.
Can you take your throwing stance? Just set up. Okay.
Some guys prefer to supinate.
I want you to think about, I'm going to throw, are you righty or lefty?
Righty.
Okay. I want you to think about, I'm going to throw a slider. That's it. Just think about it. And I'm going to twist you. I want you to be solid. That's it. So I'm going to twist you like that. I just want you to be solid as much as you can, thinking about, I'm going to do a slider. Does that make sense?
Just think.
Just think.
And
just be solid and think.
Solid.
So think, because I'm going to twist you like that. Okay, so I want you to think about, I'm going to throw a slider.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with a change-up first. Change-up is thumb down.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense? I think he's terrestrial.
Okay, so terrestrial pitcher, he prefers to balance in his heels.
Okay, think about change-up.
He's thinking about throwing a change-up.
Be strong. As much as you can. There you go. That's wrong.
So he's more stable because this gentleman is a terrestrial, meaning he can pronate his hand.
Now I want you to think about supination, so slider.
Okay.
Now
like
he's
this.
thinking about throwing a slider, not throwing a changeup. Now he's thinking about supinating his hand, throwing a slider.
And here.
Not stable, not coordinated. That doesn't mean he can't throw a slider. It means
That's
that
a new one to me.
if he throws a high volume
That's weird.
slider, he's going to have a higher risk of injury.
Just by thinking. Because you're terrestrial, you prefer pronation, doesn't mean you cannot do supination, but your body anticipates the supination and he knows it doesn't want to do it because there's a higher risk of injury. So you have less coordination just by thinking about throwing a slider compared to throwing a changeup.
Guys, did you feel it? Did you feel it?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely couldn't resist as much.
What did you feel?
I could resist on the first one a lot better than I could on the second.
So you felt more stable?
Yeah.
Just by a thought. So guys, what he's saying is, just the thought, the intention of throwing a slider was harder for him to stay balanced and coordinated than just the thought of throwing a changeup because your brain and body knows what weaknesses and strengths it has.
Thank you.
That's weird because I threw sliders and curveballs better than I could throw a changeup anymore.
That's because the rest of the mechanics doesn't fit your profile, that's it. The system. So just to let you know, guys, So MP motor preferences are unconscious. We're moving the way we're moving because we're coded that way. If you can respect your MPs, you're gonna be faster, you're gonna be healthier, your career will be longer. We can reduce injury risk by up to 70%. Can you imagine that in Major League Baseball last June, the injury budget was 400 millions. We can reduce that by 70% just by putting players into their profile. So it's very important to discover it and to use it. Anybody has question? I can answer questions. No questions?
You want to say a couple things, David? No. Good? You want to say a couple things more? What do you want to go? What do you want to go into?
I don't know. Someone wants to do a test on something specific, we can do a vertical horizontal test. Who wants to do one?
Kyle from Trinfield, Illinois.
Hi, nice to meet you. Okay, it's a very easy one. You're going to just place your arms like that. Okay, there you go. I want you to think about being vertical. Okay, and I'm going to twist you that way. I would just want you to be solid, thinking vertical. Just make sure your arms are vertical. Think vertical, be solid. And here, this is what it is. Now you're going to place your arms like that. And I want you to think horizontal. So if you think horizontal, and I'm twisting you in that position, it's even worse. Yeah, you are vertical. What does that mean? That means like if you take a batting stance, just take your batting stance. Like here, you're placing your arm away from your preference. So if I'm twisting you into that position, it's hard for you to resist to the twist. If I'm just putting your elbow down, and here you can resist twice more easily. It's crazy, I know.
Now, when you were talking about, like, is that a setup or launch?
It's a setup, it's a movement, how you start your movement, drive to the end, and the end constrains the beginning. It's a system from the start to the end. Every time you see a hitter peeling his front foot, it's because he's outside of profile. That means the batter cannot handle the momentum of the bat. Anyone else? Yeah?
Hey, let's figure out if he prefers his arm closer or further. That's a big one.
No, that's too complicated. Forget about it. Which one you want? Aerial, terrestrial, or you want to do vertical, horizontal?
Let's do the vertical way. Yeah.
Vertical. Okay. So just place your. Oh, we can do another one actually. Just right there. Okay. Think about that one vertical. I'm gonna push down this one. I want you to be solid and resist as much as you can, which is pretty solid. And I want you. No, stay there. Now think about that one horizontal now. Why are you cheating? And now if I'm pushing down, oh my God. So take your batting stance again. And here is placing, he's in the middle. That should be okay. But here if I'm twisting you, that's not very solid. And now if I'm putting that one here and here, placing his forearms more vertical, and here's stronger there.
I did feel that.
Simple as this. Welcome to my world. So there's no rules, there's no fundamentals. You have to adapt the movement as much as you can to make sure your players can optimize the movement and perform at their best. Yep.
Can you do introvert, extrovert?
Why?
So they can see.
And there's no, someone else wants to try something? I try. He tries. Center field.
He looks like an athlete.
Okay, we're going to test where he gets his energy from. Does he get his energy from the environment or from inside himself? That's going to be helpful for him to know that. So it's very easy. You're just going to load inside of your feet, turn your hands inside out, close your eyes, and I want you to think about yourself, and I want you to be solid on that one. That's pretty solid, good. Now I want you to load outside of your feet. Spread out your hands like that, open them, open your eyes, feel the body around us, feel the energy of everybody, and here, no, doesn't work.
What is it?
So, is introvert. So you're more focusing on like to get more energy. You're more thinking about yourself rather than all the other people around you. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. We good? Cece, you want to do one? Just come. Okay, stay there. No more volunteer? Everybody's good? Okay, one here. You want to do it? Which one? Aerial, terrestrial?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, that's good. So just stay up, yeah, lean forward. Perfect. Be solid. And oh no, that's not very solid. Spread out. Bend your knees. More. Sorry about that. A little more. A little more. No, spread. They get down. Sorry. Load your heels. So just make sure you're on your heels. And here, be solid, and you're a terrestrial.
Oh, I'm a terrestrial. I knew that. That's awesome. Hey, I'm a terrestrial.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah, I'm Brian.
Brian, what do you want to test?
Hitting side.
Well, take your batting stance. Just both arms.
Yep.
Just imagine you're at that. And here, I'm going to twist you. I want you to be solid.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're going to test just two different positions because I don't know who you are. But here, oh, that's not solid. Okay, put your elbow there. Be solid. That's even worse. Okay, so you're axial. So we're going to test him to make sure. So just place your arms like that, close. Think about the middle of your body. And again, be as strong as you can. That's pretty strong, good. Now place your arms like that. Think about elbows away from my body. And nope, that's not strong. Sorry, you're axial. So that means every time you're gonna place your arm up, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So it's you have to be like close.
Right. I'm
See?
right here and
Without knowing you, I know how you hit. Without knowing you, I know how you hit. That's it. Well, guys, thanks you for today. If you have any more questions, I'm still there for like 10 minutes. Thanks for coming. Have a good day. Have a good convention.
Give me a sign off. Give me a sign off.
Just thanks them again.
Hey. Wait. Hey man, try some of these. This guy, he doesn't need any caffeine. You might need it. He's already got energy. You want?
even if it's something you touched on already, it touches it. I'm like yes.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for stopping by. I think to wrap it up, the concept that we're talking about here is be careful about trying to make adjustments to your athletes based on looks. Because I think we all do the same thing for the last 15, 20 years is we're baseball guys, we're not movement specialists, we're not kinesiology majors. So we see something that doesn't look like a baseball move and we all of a sudden start tinkering. So if I like Albert Pujols, he's my favorite hitter, and his arms are further away from his body, right? I might take a guy, like he just proved the other guy felt better with his arms closer and vertical. So if I take that guy, he can still hit with his arms further away. It's just gonna cause his brain more frustration. It's gonna take more energy. He's not gonna feel as balanced and coordinated. So Marcus Semien, Alex Bregman, close. They prefer it close. Albert Pujols, away, right? So before we start tinkering over and over and over with hitters and putting them in different setups and hey, I didn't do well last season. Okay, get wider in your stance. Go more upright. And you just keep doing that for infinity. You can actually know how to assess and identify these things right when they come in the facility or whoever you're working with. And you don't need to tinker anymore. Yo, what's good out there? It's your boy Ferbs. I'm at the Pro Velocity Bat booth at the ABCA, and I'm over here with my boy, Coach Connor from Prime in Texas, Prime Performance. I got my boy Drew Richards from DR Hitting in Wisconsin, and I got my boy Code Red from out front. We all use this Pro Velocity bat during the year with our players, and I think one of the things that is important for guys that are using a tool like this to know is that it's not about good or bad. It's just about how we use the tool. Any tool can be good or it can be bad. Dude, how do you not see that? How?
This is actually the best video.
Yo, can you guys just stand here and just tell people, guys, we're shooting something? Don't let them go, dude. And just fucking body check them. All right, ready. So here we go, guys. If you guys stand there, nobody will walk through.
This is gonna be the best. This is the greatest video.
Here we go.
Greatest video I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, here we go. I'm like, bro, what kind of a fucking slapdick you gotta be to fucking walk through a fucking picture? All right, here we go. Ready? Yeah. And he's like literally looking like,
No, the lady.
what are you guys doing over here, man? You shooting a video, dude?
My bad.
All right, come over here. All right, check it out. Ready? Now, Smoke can walk through any time. We can do that. All right, here we go. That's different. You can let them pass through because that helps our video. All right, we're trying to get views, dog. Ready? Let's run it up. Yo, what's good out here? It's your boy Ferbs, and I'm at the Pro Velocity Bat booth in the ABCA. We're in Dallas, and I have a couple of different guys here with me to talk about this training tool. We got Coach Connor from Prime Performance in Texas. We got my boy Drew Richards from DR Hitting. He's out in Wisconsin. And I got my boy Code Red. He's from Alabama, and he's at Out Front Hitting. All of us use this training tool throughout the year with our hitters. It's just in different, we just use it different ways, and it's important to know that any tool, any training tool can be good or it can be bad, right? Depending on the application of it. So, for instance, if I have a chainsaw, I can use it to cut down a tree. It's a good tool. However, if I don't know how to use the tool, I can injure myself or kill myself, right? So we just want to ask a couple of guys how they use the bat. So all you guys out there that actually have the Pro Velocity bat, we can give you some feedback on what we've been doing and share our thoughts with you. And then maybe you can create your own variation with it. Let's start with Coach Connor real quick.
All right, so personally for the Pro Velocity bat, I like to use it for sequence and bat path. So for me, I'm trying to feel it slide down as I turn, and then I want it to stay down all the way through as I rotate, so that I'm not hearing click, click to where I'm pushing my hands down. I'm getting the barrel behind it early, and then my barrel's staying in the zone for a long time. And if I continue to rotate, this thing's gonna stay down. We're technically only gonna hear one click, because once we hit the baseball, then the second click will happen later on. But basically trying to stay in the zone for a long time.
Yeah, just going off of that, a lot of good points by Connor right there, but the biggest thing that I like to say is the same thing that Ferbs is saying. Any tool could be the worst or best thing for you. You just got to use it the right way. Find what works the best for you. Okay, I have had people use it more so on the top end, just to feel a little bit of weight at the end of the bat. Bottom side, just to feel it click behind you. Those are two cues that are really helpful when it comes to training. Just understand trying to get this to move fast behind you, okay? But overall, make sure you're not overusing it. Just like Ferbs was talking about earlier, if I just only swing with a Pro Velocity bat, and that's all I do, is I just use this, and I never am taking swings off of with the regular bat, it could be the worst thing for you too. So use this in small moderations. Get yourself warm. I use it with a lot of my hitters right away. Get them like 5-10 reps with this at a light band. Don't just stack on 6 of them and see how hard you can let it eat. Try to find yourself using 1 band, 2 band. Get a feel with it. Once you feel good, move on to your regular bat. I feel like for me, that's the best way I can get the most out of this Pro Velocity bat.
Exactly. So I actually like the Pro Velocity bat in terms of using it for an overload, underload as well. So like I'll use the Pro Velocity bat, like maybe a split grip off of the tee. That way we're feeling the barrel get behind it, and then I'll mix it in with like the half bat, which is extremely light. So you're getting literally overload, underload on top of bat path training. And that's why I like this tool so much, coupled with something a little bit lighter and also cleaning up the bat path.
Definitely, totally. He's already got one.
Yeah, so at Out Front Hitting, we're using it pretty heavily right now for our bat speed training. We like to start with the Pro Velocity bat to help clean up the mechanics and the turn behind, and then move on to a heavy bat, underweight bat, and then their regular bat. But one of the best ways that I have found to help a hitter really understand how to use it is the check swing drill, where we try to hold connection to the back shoulder and feel the barrel work behind us and click without having to push out front, kind of similar to this move here, to really make sure that we're using the effort in our swing behind us instead of so much out in front of us where we get handsy and pushy out front. We leave the zone too early. Especially with the check swings I was just talking about, we go really light just to make sure they understand how it works. They should feel, yeah. Right, and then we try to, if they get too handsy with it, then we start adding bands.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, ready? Last thing to wrap this up, guys, with the Pro Velocity bat. You got in-season ways to use it, you got off-season use to use it. You can use it for fields, you can use it for bat speed, there's a lot of different ways you can use it, but my guys that I personally work with, when they go see high velo, they like to keep it in the on-deck circle, right? Just to get the feel on the on-deck circle of like a donut. You can put a weight on the end of a bat and just get that feel, but this is almost like a donut on juice. So if I want to feel the barrel being ripped off of my shoulder when I'm timing up the pitcher, about half the guys on my team, not everybody uses it the same way, about half of my hitters, maybe 4 or 5, like it on the on-deck circle. The other guys might have other feels. Just another idea. Keep exploring. Pro Velocity Bat, ABCA in Dallas. Stay crispy out there. My guys. Yo, what's good out there, Playboys? We're over here at the Pro Velocity Bat booth at the ABCA in Dallas. Let's go. I got the hitting coach for Duke University, prestigious academic program in the ACC. My boy's gonna let us know a little bit about how he likes to use this bat, the Pro Velocity Bat.
Yeah, what's up, guys? We have guys that use this every day as part of their movement drill. We talk a lot with our guys about the swing path and trying to get in the zone early and stay through the zone. I think this is a great product that does just that without having to talk about it a ton. You don't want to yip salad guys thinking about where their bat's going. This is something where with the sliding barrel, like I said, our guys will do it in their prep work. It could be tee, flips, beeps. They love the fact that they can hit with it. And then they get immediate feedback of how early is my bat getting in the zone, am I staying through it, all that good stuff. Can't pull off, can't be steep. So it's just something that our guys use for their bat path.
Is it a station or you use it individually with guys?
We use it individually for guys. So everything we do is individualized to the guy. So when they get there before practice, before game or whatever, this is a part of what they do to get ready, their daily vitamins or whatever.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for sharing your feedback on it. Guys, go check out the Pro Velocity Bat. You can check them out on Instagram. It's on Twitter. Check out the website and see how you can use it, all right? Stay crispy out there. My guys.
Hey guys, my name is Elijah Tatel. I'm the inventor and president of Pro Velocity Bat. I was a mediocre high school player and just went to develop something that could help me, and I ended up walking on at a Division I school. So that's kind of how this bat started, and I'm just looking to help as many ball players trying to play at the next level as possible. So yeah, we have 3 models. We have a youth model for like Little League. We have a 32-inch standard, which is basically like middle school and high school. And then we have a 33-inch extreme impact that can hit live baseballs at any speed. So yeah, those are the 3, and we have the same on the softball side too. So we're trying to improve bat speed, improve mechanics, and it has an immediate feedback system. These resistance bands don't let this barrel extend unless you have enough bat speed for the amount of resistance you have on. But also if you cast or you roll over, you won't drive enough force into this barrel for it to go all the way out. So you get that immediate feedback with every single swing. ProVelocityBat.com.